36-year-old Blair Emerson is a human resources administrator who's recently landed a job at Wonder Media, a global company employing more than 1,000 workers. Blair has an idea for a new online collaboration tool that would enable better communication with her co-workers.
That is a good idea.
So, how should Blair sell her idea to the company executives? And what pitfalls should she avoid?
Way too much jargon.
Carmine Gallo, a communications coach, shares his insights with BNet while he guides Blair through the selling process.
Hey, James, I've got this great idea. Do you have any time to fit me into your schedule? Hey, James, you got a minute? Hey, James, I really want you to hear this idea that I've been thinking about. Hi, James. Mr. Finance, I have this great idea I think you might want to hear.
Oh boy, well that may not be the best way of approaching the finance director or anybody at the company for that matter, but Blair has the right idea. You know, she is preparing, she's rehearsing. Skilled communicators take nothing for granted. They don't just wing it. They know how they're going to grab the attention of their listener, and they know the key messages that they're going to get across. But you have to understand something. When you're pitching an idea, you are pitching yourself. You are the brand. So how you talk, walk, look, it all reflects upon that brand. How are you coming across? It's all very important. Now let's watch as Blair prepares the introduction to her pitch again, and she prepares ways to really grab the attention of her listener.
Hi, James. I've been at Wonder Media for 6 months now, and I've got a great idea that will help improve communications. I think it'll help Wonder Media meet its business needs. Can we arrange a time to talk? I have this idea that's really impactful. I want to talk about an online collaboration that's security-rich, multi-product, blah.
And she should be cringing on that last one. Way too much jargon. In order for a pitch to be effective, it needs to be clear, concise, specific, and emotional. People don't get excited about solutions and products, but they do get excited about what that idea or that product can do for their lives or to improve their companies. Now watch as Blair sells her idea by focusing on the benefit to her company.
My idea is going to make Wonder Media more efficient. It's a brand new collaboration tool that can be integrated into our technology platform and will help our employees communicate with each other more effectively, whether they're in the office, hotel room, or on the road.
So at this point, Blair knows the words that she's going to use. She knows the key messages she's going to hit. And now it's all a matter of applying that pitch to the real world. Blair needs to know her audience and to speak their language. You see, everybody has a pain point. Blair is going to acknowledge that pain, but she's going to offer a cure.
I know you're always concerned about the bottom line. This idea offers practical solutions that will increase worker productivity and reduce costs within the company, potentially saving more than $850,000 annually in long-distance phone calls and business travel.
Oh, Blair is doing very well here. She understands the motivation of her listener. She's speaking the CFO's language. She's also being very, very specific, telling him exactly how much money the company is going to save by implementing her idea. You see, decision makers are going to interpret or filter your pitch through their own perspective. So Blair is addressing the CFO. If she was addressing the Chief Information Officer, maybe she would be more focused on just how much more effectively the systems will run based on her idea. Keep your audience top of mind. After you've presented the upside to your idea, make sure your listeners know that you've considered the potential risk and that you've taken steps to minimize it.
I know this is a bold idea. We can start out in our smaller satellite offices, like Los Angeles or Cairo. We can also roll out this plan incrementally, since there will no doubt be glitches along the way. Please just give it some thought, and I'll check back with you in a couple of days.
Okay, Blair is doing really well here. She has the right idea. Even the boldest decision maker wants to cover his back. So acknowledge potential problems, but offer an alternative. And be ready for objections like this. Well, your idea hasn't worked in the past. Be ready to tell your listener why your idea is new, why it's different, or how the environment has changed, and now is the time to implement your idea.
Hi, James. This is Blair Emerson. It was great to speak to you last week. Thanks so much for reviewing my idea. Do you think the business plan meets company objectives? Great. Well, I'll be ready to bring this to the budget committee for review the next time they meet.
Okay, Blair is doing a terrific job of keeping the momentum going. She's following up. She's asking the right questions to keep her listener engaged and involved in the conversation. And she's setting a plan, a course of action. This pitch is a winner. Blair has rehearsed. She knows her story. She knows her audience. She speaks their language. The pitch itself is clear, concise, and concrete. But ultimately, the pitch has a good chance of working because Blair tells a compelling story around a sound business idea.
For more information, go to bnet.com.